Yes, hello. So today I would like to show an DF-202. This is a 2-meter transceiver, and this transceiver is engineered especially for SHF operation on bands like 23 centimeters up to 10 gigahertz or 76 gigahertz or wherever. Maybe first of all we take a look at the front of this transceiver. So just a second. So actually there are three transverters which can operate with the DF-202. We have AF, of course, we have squelch, we have some receiver fine-tuning, we have TX power, speed. This indicates that we have an electronic keyer with memories and everything you know from electronic keyers. And then there are some buttons. You have, of course, all modes like USB, CW, LSB, FM. We have a band pass, 500 Hertz for CW, a PTT to get it in transmit mode, of course. And of course, you can use the PTT of your microphone. You can use the PTT on the rear panel. We will look in a few seconds. So we have a noise blanker and we have a tacker. So this gives you like a beep 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 to find you on the frequency. Actually, you see a frequency in the 23 centimeter band, and I think at transverter 1 we have 10 gigahertz. So this is now a frequency on the 3 centimeter band. Below the display, below the TFT, we have a setup menu. Just a second, I will. Okay, this is the main menu. We have a keyer, we have an attenuator, we have the possibility to go in split mode. I don't know if you really need it, but yeah. We have a setup of the transverters, setup in general. This means allgemein, this is German general. So sometimes we are just in English mode and sometimes we are just in German mode. And as you know, this is just an experimental stage. This is the second generation of the DF-202. We are now strongly working to the third generation, and then this will go into production. So setup transverter means you can, for example, use a power, so you can adjust the power you want to, which you want to go into the transverter. RX gain, this means you can program the gain of your transverter, and this will be calibrated to the S meter. So the S meter is just a little bit accurate. Yeah, the S meter is not programmed yet, but you know, this is a completely software-defined radio with a little bit analog for preamplification and for the transmitter and so on. Output power is about 50 or 100 milliwatts, so very, very low, but much too high for the most transverters, of course. You can program the oscillator, and this goes up to 999 gigahertz. So it would be no problem if you operate at 241 gigahertz transverter to get this work as an oscillator. We have a sequencer, and this I think is really interesting because the sequencer is working with different time sets. So it goes below 0, and then just look at the display, it goes up to 20 seconds. You may wonder why the sequencer has a time constant of 20 seconds, but sometimes if you have a transverter for 26 gigahertz, you use a servo motor to get from RX to TX, and then this maybe is helpful. Okay. All right. So maybe that's enough. Setup allgemein. We have a keyer. We can, of course, we can adjust a lot of parameters. This is the step size. The normal step size is 10 Hertz. The fast is 100 Hertz now. But of course, I can just move it to 250 Hertz, for example. Then we have fast 250 Hertz. We will test it soon. There are 4 pages with setups. We have a Roger peep. You can configure the S meter, the call, the compressor. There's a switch inside, and so on and so on. It will take much more time to get this down. I like to mention that if you want to watch this transceiver, you can visit us in approximately 1 week. There's a big meeting, I think this is in Hertogenbosch in the Netherlands, in Papa Alpha Zero. And we are at the booth of HTB. They are dealing with surplus equipments, surplus measurement instruments and so on. And we will be there up to 12 in the lunchtime, or is it dinner time? Lunchtime. And also you have the chance to see it at Funk.Tag in Kassel, which is in the middle of Germany. But if you like and you visit the ham radio, we will have a booth at the ham radio and we will show this transceiver. All right, so maybe to the right side of the front panel, we have 2 VFOs. We have the possibility to lock it, so you can turn and nothing will happen. So we have the step. Now we have 10 Hertz resolution, and if we are, you see it much faster now. And yeah, this is the menu button. Okay, maybe we just take a look at the back, at the rear panel. I think it's called rear panel. Sorry for my broken English. Okay, so here we go. We have three transverters, as we talked about before. This is the 2m-IF connection. You can program this that it will work like the old EC202 or the FT290. So with this voltage that indicates transmit or receive. There's a fuse about 2 ampere, and this means that the transverter is completely supplied by this DF-202 transceiver. So the DC and also the signals for RX, TX and the relay inside with plus and with ground and so on and so on. And also you see this 10 megahertz signal. This is an output of the DF-202 with very stable 10 megahertz. Because if you look on the, if you look on the right side, you see GPS in, and this means you can connect an active GPS antenna. Inside is a GPS receiver and an OCXO, and the OCXO, of course, is disciplined with this GPS receiver, so you get very stable 10 megahertz for the transverters. There's an RF out. I just remember we have not mentioned this in the German version, I think. Okay. And this means you get a 2-meter IF signal, receiving IF signal. You can connect, for example, your SDR to watch a very big tablet with a spectrum or whatever. Unfortunately, the DF-202 is very small. That's why it should be a portable transceiver. And of course, it's not possible to insert a 10-inch TFT or something like this. So further on we go. We have speaker, we have keyer, we have PTT. This fuse should read 8 amps because it's the main fuse for the system. And ACC, this gives you, for example, an access to the IQ signals in receive and in transmit. So it's possible to connect an external notebook or whatever with a sound card and to get one of those new digital modulation working with the DF-202. Okay, I think that's all for now. We will have more videos also inside and so on, but please be a little bit patient. We are working with high pressure now for the 3rd generation and improving hardware and software. And as I told before, if you like, we would be happy to show you the DF-202 in Hertogenbosch in a week or so, Funk.Tag in April, or just meet us at the Ham Radio, which is a very great exhibition at the Bodensee, south of Germany. I'm very sure you know it. Okay, thank you very much for your attention. 73, and see you on SHF. Here